What's happening? Story time with finesse, man. So look, this the thing, right? I was in prison, you feel me, for 15 years. I got sentenced to prison when I was 19 years old, you feel me, for a robbery that I ain't even commit. Some weird shit, back in my younger days when I was 19, I was outside in them streets, running around, you feel me, doing my thing, living carelessly, not having a care in the world. So that caused me to, you feel me, be susceptible to going to jail for a crime that I didn't commit. Now, this crime happened in a county of California where shit, niggas where I'm from don't really be at, you feel me, but niggas be outside there, motherfucking people be there, you feel me. So I happened to visit a place called we gonna call it San Bernardino County, man. I visited a place called San Bernardino County when I was 19 years old. And I got arrested for a robbery, home invasion. They said I ran in somebody's house and took an Xbox and $700. Me and 7 other dudes, you feel me? So I went to trial because obviously I didn't do it, so I went to trial and I got found guilty because of my affiliation with my street life and, gangs and whatnot, or whatever they said that where I came from in the parts of LA, where we come from, they the only reason why I would be in another county would be to hurt kids, hurt mothers, hurt people, just cause destruction, They said that's what I was there for. That's what I had came to their county to cause destruction. So I ended up going to prison for 15 years. I recently just got released about a year ago. I'm 35 now. I was in prison from 2008 all the way until 2023. So, listen to this. I broke out of prison. That's my story. I broke out that motherfucker. You know how? I met a police officer, and she fell in love with me and left her husband. Yeah, you don't hear these type of stories. So, well, I had a 29-year sentence, and while I was in prison, I was trying to navigate my way of getting back out. Appealing my case or not. Obviously, if you're in prison for something you didn't do, you're going to appeal your case. And you're going to be trying to make sure that, you feel me, you do whatever you can do while you're in prison to get out. And hopefully you got a team behind you, free you, doing all that. You feel me, calling the lawyers. I ain't had none of that. I went to prison with 29 years. Everybody got on, everybody left. So I had to do it by myself. But it took me a while to figure it out in there. I didn't have no visits. I ain't had no women. I ain't had nobody hold me down. You feel me? I didn't have shit. So I was just going through the motions of being in prison. You feel me? I'm with the business. I'm ready to activate on any ride, any fight, any DP. I was ready to activate. You feel me? Finesse. That's how I was finessing in that motherfucker. You feel me? So it took me a while before I started maturing up in there, and I started going to college. Started getting my education, getting my paralegal license, going to groups, do my thing. In California prisons, being on a level 4 penitentiary yard in California is not easy, especially when you're trying to go home. It's just hard. They make it an obstacle where you can't go home. It's every day. It's politicking. Homies is sending you kites. Hey, this nigga ain't come. This nigga ain't been coming to the yard. This nigga owe the debt. He owe the Mexicans. Hey, we got to handle this. And I'm a nigga. If you send an issue my way, then nigga, we going to handle it. We ain't finna talk about it too much. We in prison, So, long story short, I got to a prison, and I was at a time where it was like maybe my 13th year in prison, maybe, and I was just a little more mature after being in prison at 19. I was, I'm in my 30s now. I'm a little more grown. I didn't put in my work in prison. I'm on a different echelon, and you feel me, on the hierarchy in there where I ain't gotta do shit. I ain't gotta prove myself. My black and white prove itself. You feel me? My 115s, my 1030s. If y'all who know, y'all know. You feel me? All that count for itself. I present my paperwork. You feel me? Every yard I hit, I present my paperwork. I'll give it to you. Here, read it. Young nigga, read it. Read what I done been through in here, what I do, and how you supposed to greet somebody when you pull up into a prison and you saying you repping something, nigga. Present your paperwork, nigga. Everything you got presented, your case, everything presented. So I was doing that, being a stand-up individual in there, man, no whole shit. And I ended up stumbling across a woman that worked. I got a job, I'm saying the kitchen. I got a job in the kitchen, and she was a CO in there. And she seen me stepping. She seen how I was stepping, how I was, how I left the life of being in prison alone, how I was just in there, and I wasn't really like a prisoner. She saw me as somebody that had something going for herself, trying to make something happen. So she took a liking to me. She was married. She actually was married. She got up on me. I had to duck a few suckers because when you in prison, homie, and I don't know if too many people did this. When you meet a woman while you in prison, homie, inside of the prison, you meet a CO, a free staff, or whoever. Niggas is hounds, homie. I don't give a fuck. The hardest niggas be hating about that type of shit. But me being a finesser, I didn't let too many people know. Not really nobody know, you feel me, what I had going on. So, me and this female, you feel me, we ended up, nigga, making it to a point where we was riding kites to each other, dropping kites back and forth. When I come to work, we was doing our thing, you feel me? She got to know me, you feel me? I had her, you feel me, bust a couple of legal plays for me. As motherfuckers know, yeah, I had it in there. I was making my money, doing my thing. We was communicating. I ain't gonna really put too much out there, you feel me? I ain't trying to get nobody in trouble or nothing, but at the same time, I just want to let it be known that it is possible, you feel me? So while I was in prison, I was fighting my appeals. They denied me. I ain't had no money. I ain't had nothing. I had to go to this thing called Youth Offender Parole. I got a chance to go up for board within the 15-year mark of my sentence, being that I was a youth offender, meaning I was under the age of 23 when I went to prison, and I got over 15 years because I got a 29-year sentence. So that gave me eligibility to go up for a parole board, have a hearing to show that, my mind frame changed, my maturity changed as far as like me growing. I ain't been violent. I ain't still stuck on the same shit, which I prepared for. I had everything, got my classes, got everything up and running, and I was denied. But while I was preparing for this board hearing, I was going to the law library also, and Gavin Newsom had passed some laws for resentencing around this time in 2022, and I have been studying these laws, you feel me, because I got my paralegal license with Blackstone School of Law, so I've been studying these laws, and I was doing my thing, researching my case and these laws and seeing how they coincide, how can I apply for these laws, and I happened to file a writ, man. And I had some OG dudes help me from up inside the prison, up inside penitentiary, you feel me? Some OG legal beagles, as we'll call them. I had them help me out. And with what I researched, I told them how my case fitted. They put it in the format, put it in the writ, gave it to me. I made sure it was correct, recorrected it, got it all written up, and I sent it out. At the time, I was dealing with, my woman that I had while I was in prison that I had just met. She was married, but she stopped talking to her husband. She divorced him for me. He ended up killing himself. Man, that's a whole nother story. He ended up killing himself right before I got home. But right before I came home, I had this situation where I had to go to the board. I was telling, baby, I'm about to go home, about to come home, wooty woo woo. She was like, okay, I got denied. I ended up getting denied at board, but the writ that I filed ended up getting accepted by the courts. So I ended up going back down from court and getting the same lawyer that I had from trial, fired him. Baby or girl, the CO, she bought me a lawyer, got me resentenced, and got me out of jail. And now I'm right here, right now, finessing shit, man. Right here, man. It can happen. It can happen, man. Do it. Anybody can do it, man. Get your way up out of there, man. Just holler at me. You need some pointers, I'll tell you how to break yourself out of prison, man. I wasn't supposed to be here. My release date was actually 2037. You feel me? I wasn't supposed to be here. I ain't supposed to be here right now fucking with y'all, but I'm free. Free as a bird, you feel me? I was docked down in them cells, man. Come holler at your boy, Finesse Star, man. I'm going to show you how to finesse through your life and make shit happen, even though shit ain't happening. I'm going to make it happen. Feel me? I finesse